I'm starting my other vlog already. It's been a few hours since I made my one take earlier. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My cousin Ryan just called me. He goes, Uncle Neil and I are just heading back. I said, was your mom good today? He's like, yep, she was real surprised. She woke up to her brother tickling her toes, which kind of freaked her out. Because she didn't know they were coming. So, Dad has to pester his sister, as he does. Ugh. For those people who don't know, my dad is one of 5 children, and him and his sister, who are the 2 youngest, are the only 2 of the 5 left. My dad, and then his sister is Ronnie's mom. So that's how they play out. But I have noticed from my video that I loaded a little bit ago, major questions I'm getting is, what about Billy? What about Billy? Well, both Billy and Kitty, the shop cat, she's the mouser, we're in the legal paperwork that they're staying at the facility and they're going to be taken care of until their life is over. They were part of the legal deal. So they'll stay where they are. Nothing will happen with those 2. And then another question I've been getting a lot is, will my dad come live with me? I said, right now, I just want to get the land and get things figured out. He's more than welcome to come live with me. It's not going to be very far from here. But we had a sit down, me and him and Ron had a sit down conversation. This happened last year where I told Dad, I'm like, Dad, I have to start thinking about my future after you because you're not going to be around forever. And if something happens to you, there's no way I could stay on this property. There's an acre here. So there's no way I could stay here. One, our bathroom isn't even accessible for me right now. I have to hope and pray every day that I can toddle like a child holding on to things to get to the toilet, and getting in and out of the shower is always, I'm like, please let me do it today. And I know it was hard for him to hear that in the beginning, but he's starting to understand that this is something I really need to do. And he knows the piece of property I want to get. Please pray for me, people. Please pray I can talk him out of selling that land. They don't do anything with it. It's just an empty lot. So it's so perfect. We drove by it yesterday. Another thing I want on my property is a fenced-in backyard in case in the future I do get a dog. I will have a backyard. And the good thing about it being right in town is, if I need something done, I can hire it done. It's easy to have people come over to do something for me and I can pay them to do it. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that still need to be done. I'm still at my desk working on this stuff. Right now, I got to sort through my folder. I got to get this finally got done. I had another rental come in that I had to run my web connector and get that charged and ready. I got a deposit ready. This can be thrown away. I'm making a copy of the chart for how much septic waste we put in the system last year for our licensing, because we will re-up the license for a year. That gives them a year to figure it out. Gives them a year so they can figure out the process, because they've never been licensed in Michigan. They don't know the process. Next week, Ron and the new guy, Brandon, the one who runs it, they're going to go for education. Because in the state of Michigan, you have to have so many credit hours of education to keep your licensing current. They want your education certificates every 5 years. And I think you have to have 30 or 35 credit hours every 5 years. So, Ron's going to go with him up to that. They're going to go up to Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It's at a casino, so who knows what other mischief they'll get into. Because I think they're gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, come back Thursday. So this will be Brandon's first real Michigan experience of the education system here for septic, wastewater. So yeah. But I'm going to get back to work, and hopefully I can get this buttoned up in the next half an hour, and I can go in my recliner and watch a TV show before they get back, because Dad probably won't be home for another 2.5 hours. So, yeah. But I've just been seeing those questions, so I thought I would start my vlog today for tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Who knows when you'll see my next vlog? You know how I roll. Okay, bye. Thursday night dinner, good old-fashioned beans and weenies.
The best.
Corn, whole kernel corn. Cut up some cucumbers. She's down here begging all there's nothing here that she would want. Yeah, Bubba. Nothing here you'd like. There's no chicken. I know. You want me to cut you a piece of hot dog? Is that what you want? Okay, hang on. Let me get one cleaned off of bean goo. I got her a little tiny piece of hot dog that she's gonna eat it. Oh, you're gonna scare her. She just had a piece of it fall out of her mouth. Eat the other piece, Bubba. I know, Dad's scaring you. Eat the other piece down there. Nope. Okay. She's done because Dad got around her. All right. He's gonna be the bread and butter man. And do you like being the weenies? Hello?
You know I do.
Did you have stuff like this when you were a kid, or was that not a thing when you were a kid?
Oh, everybody had this when they was kids.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dinner time. Happy Friday. I think the only thing I recorded yesterday is when we had dinner. I had the beans and weenies. Sitting at my desk, doing work. Today, my project for the transition of the business is trying to get our gas cards switched over to them. But now I'm waiting to get information I need because they got to get their new account set up, which is something they've been working on. So, and then Brandon, I have to add him as an admin and they'll take me off, but I don't know his full name. So I got to get that, got to get his phone number. I got to switch the address to the shop address instead of the P.O. box. And so I talked to our, we have a accounts manager, Melina, very nice person. So we've been going back and forth today. She sent me a form I got to fill out, but I can't fill it out until I get the information I need. So, hey, I said, this might not all end up taking place till the beginning of next week. I just paid what we needed to pay through the end of January. So everything that's owed now is on the new bosses, new owners. And then I have to tell them where to log in, what the login is, and all that good stuff. Right now I'm getting ready to charge some credit cards. See, it's almost 11:30, 12:31. I have 3 hours. We're leaving about 2:30 to go. Dad wants to get some water for his BiPAP machine. I got to make a deposit at the bank. I got to transfer some funds. I tried to do it online, but there's a max that I could do, so I'm just gonna get it all done at the bank at one time. I should have done it yesterday like Ron did, and I'm like, I'll just do it online when I get home, because Ron was in a hurry. And then I get home, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna take forever to do these chunks at a time. So I had the information written down for them, what to take out of this account, what account's going in. And then we went to the bank yesterday, and I forgot to take the deposit with me, like a moron. So we'll do that today. I gotta stop, get some prescriptions, and then we're going at 3:30. We have a pickup. Today is Friday fundraiser Friday at the One Legion. She's doing meals on Friday right now, and then they'll be donated to, I don't know what fundraisers this Friday. So, and today's taco day. Yeah. And I got to put on sauerkraut tonight for Dad to take to the luncheon card thing tomorrow. I think they start playing at noon and then I eat after. So he'll probably leave here about like 11 o'clock tomorrow to get up there early, get a good parking spot. So yeah, I got my black velour pants on today and they feel so nice. It's when I pet my leg, it's just like a fuzzy animal. I'm petting my leg right now. That's why I'm bent over. They're comfy. I hadn't worn them in a long time. I forgot I had them until I cleaned out my closet. And I wanted long pants today. And I'm like, oh, today's going to be a velour tracksuit pant day. They're nice. I like them. But all right, I got to get to work. I tried to call Ron to ask him some questions, but I think he's in a meeting somewhere doing something. He's got a lot of stuff going on too, other than just the business stuff. He sold one of his properties, and so he's been like, that's why he was in a hurry yesterday. He jumped over here. We did what we had to do at the bank, and then he had to leave. So we drove separate. So I got loaded up at the bank, and then he just buzzed by our house and headed to where some title company at the town next to us, and he had to be there by a certain time. So he was like running like a chicken with his head cut off. But all right, I'm gonna shut up now. Bye. Just got January reconciled in my QuickBooks. I no longer have access to our bank accounts. They're getting that all switched around right now. Things are getting checked off a list, people. I got to make a deposit. They're still keeping the same account. It's just the name on it is going to be different, but I can still make deposits through our QuickBooks and through the bank because it'll go into their account until this, eventually they'll have it to where all the mail will go to the shop instead of my P.O. box. And so, yeah, things are moving along, and we're getting ready to leave. It's 2:00. Got some errands to do, tacos to pick up. So, yeah, it was weird. I could log in the bank earlier, but then they're at the bank now, and I went to go log in because I wanted to see because he called me asking about the credit card, the damn balance on it. I said, I just paid it a few days ago, but I don't know what's been charged from January 3rd through now. So I went to go log in to see if I had the new credit card bill, and I can't log in anymore. So it's over. I cannot get into the bank information anymore. All right, I gotta go finish getting ready to go out to the cool world. I don't even know. Well, let me see what the temperature is today. I don't even know. It's sunny out, which is nice. We didn't have schools here yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, because it was ice. It was like a skating rink out. And it thawed enough when I went out me and Ron went to the bank about 1:30. I went out the front door and it was still icy on the deck and my feet were just sliding everywhere. I had no traction. I had to use my arms to get me around because it was icy. So I sprinkled some ice, de-icy salt stuff outside of my van so my feet would not slide out from under me trying to get in the van. Because they called school off about 4:30, 5 o'clock yesterday morning. Our school, the school next to us, it was an ice rink yesterday. But I don't know about today. We'll find out when we go out. Bye. The sun is bright. We're outside the Legion picking up some food. We just stopped at a Dollar General because Dad stopped to get some distilled water for his BiPAP machine, and a woman was coming out. Dad was just getting ready to get in the van, and she went down. I'm like, Dad, she fell. So he pivoted and went out, and a guy who went in came out, and they were helping her because it looked like it was a fall that would hurt. And Dad got her glasses, which flew, and they weren't broken, and they got her up there like, do you need help? Are you okay? She's like, I could see her face. She was trying to, come out of the shock of falling. And she's like, I'm good, I'm all right. And I felt so bad for her because I know she's going to hurt. I know she's going to hurt because she went down hard. I'm just glad that there was a couple people like Dad and the other guy to help her. So yeah, that made my heart race for a minute. And now we're heading home for dinner. I will show you when we get there. Man, that sun is making me get red over here. Of course, this is my red side anyway. This is the side that gets red. Goodbye. We just got back with the food. It comes with 10 tacos. There's 5 in each one of these. Chips, cheese. This is onion, sour cream, and salsa. There's another one of those in there. So we're going to have dinner. Dinner, tacos. And Dad's getting out of the jalapenos that won't kill him because they're not too hot. I told him that you can't eat your other ones because they were too hot. There's the Humper's butt crack right there too. Okay, we're going to have dinner. Look who come over and say hi. We haven't seen Penny in a long time. I looked out the kitchen window and she was sitting on the banister. Why don't you go home where it's warm, bub? Huh? Why don't you go home where it's warm? It's so cold out here and you can't come in because my kitty would have a coronary. And I'm sure you probably have fleas. You're losing your hair back there. Are they taking care of you? You can't come in. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad, but you can't come in. No. It's nice to see you, though. Yeah, it is nice to see you. It's nice to see you. But I gotta go back in. It's cold. It is cold out here. Bye, Beanie. Now she's making me feel bad. She wanted to come watch me again in the kitchen. Dang it. Maybe I'll go take her a little piece of sausage. Maybe she'll like some smoked sausage. Oh. She needs to go home and go inside where it's warm. Penny, what's wrong with you? I don't see her. I don't know if she's still on the porch or not. I might have taken 3 or 4 pieces of smoked kielbasa and gave it to her. Boy, she was like, oh, no. And Kitty was just out here looking at me and sniffing around like, what were you doing? But now I just put a gallon of sauerkraut along with cut up kielbasa in the crock pot. I'll sprinkle on a little brown sugar, stir it all up, let this cook. Oh, it feels nice and warm on the sides. She's not come back on the banisher, thank goodness, because next I'm going to be running some shrimp under cold water and patting them dry for Super Bowl Sunday, because you know, if she comes back, Stacy will give her a shrimp. Because Stacy's a pushover. Stacy can't help it. But I hope she goes home and gets in the warm weather, because it is cold out. All right, bye. Somebody might have gotten a shrimp on the front porch. I didn't think she was out there, and I went to open up the front door to peek my head out to look both ways to see. And as soon as I opened that door, she jumped off the banister. She was down there where I couldn't see her. She was right there. And I'm like, oh, man, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Here's a shrimp. Now I have to stop looking because it's... And then now Kitty's on patrol because she knows something's going down. So she's Kitty, where'd you go? She's sniffing all over the place because she thinks something happened, which it did, but she's patrolling the area like what's happening in this house right now. But all right, I'm going to wrap up all my clips. When I get to my recliner, I'm going to put them all together and upload them, and you'll see this tomorrow, which is Saturday, the weekend. What are you doing for the weekend? What is that? Oh, it's a piece of sauerkraut. All right, bye.